What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Burnout Bobby YouTube channel. Today, I purchased something new. Well, not today. It was like this past weekend, which is a couple days ago. I picked up something new. I was bored, and I've kind of wanted one for a little bit now. One for me to keep. So I went ahead and went to the dealership, picked one up brand new. Tampa Power Sports, down in Tampa. They helped me out. I'll show you real quick. Ooh. So I picked up the 2020 Honda Grom. 0 miles on it, got the red model. I also did a video on this about 4 days ago, and I did not save it. I'm more than disappointed because I actually did work to it in the video, and I'll go over what I did. There's a lot of disappointment. So in the video, I got rid of the blinkers that were here. They kind of come out, the factory ones stick out, and they have the little yellow markers. I went with a flush mount one from TRS. We have them in clear, and then we have them in smoke. It just makes it look so much better. So I did that. I did the levers that we sell at the shop. So I did these. They're kind of like the Adeline style. You can adjust them, and they bolt right in. It's literally just 2 bolts. It holds it in place. I did a 4.5-inch rear rolling link for the rear shock, and of course extended the swing arm out 6 inches. Give that nice stretched out look. That looks good. Did the fender eliminator with the lower mount, and then I did our taillight that has the blinkers and everything integrated into it. So I got a lot done. I recorded a lot of it. It was in time lapse, but apparently I ran the car dry already and it didn't start recording. So that was my fault, and I apologize for that. We do fortunately have videos on installing all this on the shop's page, so if you ever do want to know about going over installing that, it will be on that. I'll put the links below for each one of the parts, and in those parts that I have on the bike right now, there are YouTube links inside on the product description. Today's video is for my new exhaust. So I went with the Vance Hines exhaust that we sell at the shop. It sounds amazing. It looks really good. It's meant so if you had a low bike, it will work with it just fine. So what I'm going to do in today's video is I'm going to show you how to put on this Vance Hines exhaust. So what I'm looking at so far is you have the 2 bolts that are right there. They're holding the flange onto the cylinder head. And then you come over here. There's a hanger bolt here that I have to undo. And then if you look, there's this huge like hat underneath here. That's part of the exhaust right there. That's crazy. And then there's a bolt right there that holds it to the frame. So I'm guessing those are them. If not, I'll correct myself afterwards. I'm going to go ahead and take these off and see where that gets me. So the 2 here at the header are 12 mil. So you're going to go ahead and loosen that up. Which that was barely on there. There we go, Honda. So now I have the 2 cap nuts off. I'm gonna get this one that was over here. I'm guessing it's the same size. There is a nut on the back that looks like it is also a 12 mil, so I'll get an open wrench for that. This is 12 mil up front and 12 mil behind it here. That back side looks to be a 12 mil as well. So after that back side is out, it's just a 12 mil nut right here, or bolt, I'll say. There is another one that is right in here that holds this side, the right side of the cat here. So I need to change my extension to a little bit longer. little pinch point in between these two parts with the bottom of the frame there, so it's tucked in there pretty well. You just have the two up there, and then the one exhaust hanger one right there. So one of the two boxes that come inside there is the actual muffler tip itself. Very nicely done. Seems pretty open, so I'm guessing it's going to have a nice tone to it. It looks like good overall quality with the welds. So that's in one of the boxes. You got the muffler tip there. This is the other little box that's in there. So between those two things is the header and muffler. It's pretty crazy how small of a box that is. So you get instructions with everything that's included in there. It's probably in English and Spanish, I don't know. You get the header here, just a two-part header. Oh, that sounds hot, man. I don't even know if I can't see the screen of my camera. There it is. Here's the first portion that comes right off the head. Nicely done. Welds look good. Here's, I guess, what you call a mid-pipe. This Vance Hines exhaust is supposed to be really good for if you do eventually go like big bore on the bikes, or if you do like a big valve head and whatnot. And then, okay, so per the instructions, you have to, so per the instructions, that's how you line it up with the spacers through the bracket. And it goes through the existing mount on the frame here where this rubber bushing was. So I put it through just as the picture describes, with the locking nut on the rear. Well, it's not even a locking nut, just a nut on the open end nut on the rear. I left this all loose so I can move it around. And next up I'm going to put the header bracket right off the manifold on there and work my way over. So right now I'm taking the two 12mm nuts that are provided and just putting them on hand tight to this header portion right here, so that I can still move it around, and then I'll go ahead and tighten that up after. Next up I'm going to put on the midsection here, which has this little bend to it from the looks of it. Goes like so. And then you got exhaust spring here, exhaust spring there. They give you plenty of springs here, and they give you a puller too, which is nice. That one on. And next up we have the muffler itself. I'm going to slide that on like so. So it won't slide down out of the way. I'm just looking at this right now because where these two holes are in the back of the exhaust hanger bracket, you have these two Allen head bolts that go in the back. The muffler won't slide down all the way, and then if you do, the spring will actually not have any tension on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these bolts in through the back. You know, honestly, it's gonna be tough to get an Allen head bolt behind here. So what I'm gonna do while this is all loose, is I'm gonna loosen up this back nut here. I'm gonna actually bolt this on the exhaust. I'll just keep this like this so I keep the, but I'm gonna bolt this to the exhaust like so to make it a lot easier, and use some red Loctite. It definitely made it a lot easier to put the muffler directly to the bracket here. So this is another 12 mil in the back. I'll have to get a different Allen head for up front here, and I'll go ahead and tighten this up and go from there. It is not a 12, it is a 13 in the back. I stand corrected. So I'll go ahead and tighten this up. I do have red Loctite on the back of it because this is open-end nut. They didn't give you a nylock nut for the back. And you can see it still has clearance for if you do ride it with a passenger. If their foot comes back a little bit, I can see that being an issue where it'd be on top of the muffler. So that'd be the only thing I can notice if you are riding passenger. But I do know a lot of guys that ride 2-up on this, and they use this pipe. Now I can put these springs on and tighten up the front. That leaf blower is not my exhaust, I promise you. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and do the cold start. So there you have it. That's the Vance Hines install on a 2020 Honda Grom. But this will work for all your Honda Groms. Hope you like the install. I think I'm actually going to Cerakote this header and muffler all black. It'll look better on the bike because I don't have much silver or stainless on it. So I will talk to my Cerakote guy, see if he can do that for me. Hope you enjoyed this video. It was a quick little install video. I really wish I had my other content for this. It's kind of disappointing. I went through to edit it last night, and that's when I noticed that it wasn't on there anymore. So unfortunately, I don't have those videos. I couldn't put that out for you guys, so I figured I could do at least the exhaust today for you. Update on the Ruckus that I'm building, the GY6 swap. Paint just got back to me. They said that they sprayed the primer down, and within the next couple days they will have the paint sprayed and then clear coat. Powder coat, I have a lot of stuff back. I'm just waiting on the wheels. He sent me a picture today. He got the rear wheel done. I'm just waiting on the front wheel. So it's getting there. I'm just at the hands of the paint and powder right now. And you know, it's been very busy. A lot of people have had free time now with the COVID thing going on right now, so people are home from work and they're getting little side jobs done, so it's been tying up a lot of the powder, paint, everyone in that type of an industry. So I hope you like this video. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I will have more Ruckus and now Grom content out. Take care.